Hey you guys, Laura here, and I am going to be taking you through a short foam roller series targeted at opening up your upper back for those of you that are having tightness through the front of your chest. You notice that your shoulders are rolling forward and maybe it's giving you shoulder and neck pain. So we're gonna go, like I said, through a quick, easy series where all you need is a foam roller. So you can have kind of just like your standard foam roller like this. Maybe yours is a little bit shorter, about half the size. Totally okay. I actually have two foam rollers. My upper back does tend to be tight, so I'm gonna be a little bit nice to myself today so that I can do this and chat with you about the techniques for foam rolling your lats. We're gonna target your upper back, side of your arms, and then we'll also do a couple of stretching exercises utilizing the foam roller to help you open up your upper back as well. So go ahead, grab your foam roller. If you want to, grab a mat. I'm gonna do mine just straight on my carpet, and we're gonna start with the foam roller so that it makes a T position with our body. I'm gonna put it right at the bottom of my shoulder blade tips. Already I have my belly pulling into my back. My feet are about hip width apart here, and your hands can support your head, or maybe you want to put them across your chest, so your choice. I'm going to support my head and my neck here, shoulders plugged down my back, and I'm already turning on my belly, zippering my ribs together as I'm going to lift my bottom from the ground, and I'm going to roll the foam roller to almost the tops of my shoulders, and then to about my middle back. And we just foam roll up and down the spine, noticing, becoming aware if there's any spots that feel like they're kind of tight or have a knot in them. And if you find that spot of tightness, just lean a little bit more pressure into it. So here I can tell it's a little bit tight on my body. What I'm also going to start to do is close my elbows and open my elbows here. So maybe you've seen me do this when I do an exercise on the Pilates ball. I really like this because it moves the shoulder blades, which moves your skin, the fascia, on the foam roller. It elongates it and shortens it, so it kind of massages out the knot for you without really having to move around in these kind of weird and awkward positions on the foam roller. We're gonna do 3 more, so I did 10 total. And that should have about lasted maybe 30 seconds, and we're gonna move again. See if there's any more knots on that upper back. And you'll want to do that for any spot that you do feel a kind of tightness there, any adhesions or just a spot that feels like it's a little bit stickier than the rest of your spine. Once you're done with that, I'm gonna show you, pardon me, I'm gonna show you my backside as I turn on the side of my hip. I'm going to take one elbow to the ground and place the foam roller right on the underside of my arm. So it's not where my underarm is. You can tell that it's not at that shoulder crease. It's a little bit downwards. And then from here, I'm going to press my hips up and find a rolling up and down sensation here as well. So your lats, they're not just on your upper back, but they also wrap around your rib cage here. So we get to foam roll the lat, the latissimus dorsi, as well as your serratus anterior, which is on that rib cage as well. Just like when we were on the middle back, we're gonna find that spot where we find a knot, and we're gonna close the elbow this time, and then open the elbow. Close the elbow, and then open. So we're really foam rolling that spot in multiple directions, right? We're not just going up and down. Now we're going a little bit in that horizontal plane as well. Moving through that thoracic spine. Rotation. Keeping my legs stable, my hips stable, my elbow connected to the ground. I'm gonna do 2 more here. So I'm really trying to keep my hips from wiggling, so I really am trying to stretch through my waist and my mid-back. All right. And then we've got the other side, but for that time's sake, I'm gonna remind you at the end to come back to your other side that you were not facing your camera, and I'm going to show you a couple of thoracic extensions that you can do utilizing the foam roller. So once again, we're going to come so that we're making the letter T. Our body is the long, side of the T, and then the foam roller is the top part of our T. You're going to take your hands behind your head again. Shoulders are down your back, belly is in. This time we're going to keep our bottom down, but we're still going to have that abdominal bracing through our waistline here. You're cradling, I knitted my fingers, cradling my head into my hands, and I'm going to slowly let it lower downwards towards the floor, and then come right back upwards, almost like a sit-up, to get that bonus abdominal work. Slowly rest the head down, and notice that my head, my neck is matching the rest of my spine. I'm not just letting it collapse. You can see how yucky that looks, and I can tell you that it kind of feels yucky on my neck. You want to try to make your upper back lead the motion, that thoracic spine versus the cervical spine. We're kind of already hypermobile through our neck. We usually jut it forward as well as rounding the shoulders forward, and we also have the tendency to kind of like overextend it as well, I feel like. So what I like about this hand placement is that it really supports the head, and also the thumbs kind of line up with the sides of your neck, so you can really just be aware of where it is in space. Last one here, you guys. Awesome. And my back feels so good after this. I hope that yours does too. All right. And then this is where you would come back to your opposite side, still placing this, not underneath the underarm, so you can tell here, maybe you can tell so much on the other side, but now you can see that it's not on my underarm, it's really on my side body here. And then also a variation that you can do is you can take a hand to the floor as you lift up to roll forward and to roll back. Maybe you can't just lift up like so, and you need a little bit of assistance here. That's totally okay. You just want to make sure that you have weight distributed on the foam roller as you're rolling forward, upwards, and downwards, I should say. This side is a little bit tighter on me, which is interesting. I'm not left-handed, but that left side is tight. All right, and then you guys remember that you take your hand behind your head and you'll do the closes and opens for 10. So I'll let you guys do that on your own. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. I always answer all the comments that are answered personally by me, and I love to hear from you guys. I want to help you guys live healthier, happier lives. So anything that you have to ask, whether it's relating to shoulders or backs like we covered today, or whether you want to see something else that pertains to you, you can also message me. If you don't want to leave it in the comments, which I know is kind of open to the public, you can message me in the DMs, and I will be happy to give you an answer or create something for you. So, like I said, shoot me a message. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube page, go ahead and subscribe to it. I put weekly videos for you that talk about wellness, fitness, nutrition tips, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. Have a good one, you guys.